What's up, guys? My name is SnyperSama, but you can call me Sniper. Welcome back to the channel. In today's video, we are rocking a Seregios, i.e. Steve, Bladescale Loading bow build. Now, it's a little weird because if you know anything about Seregios and Monster Hunter Wilds, you know that on his weapons you get Bladescale honing. Well, the way it works for both the loading variant and the honing variant is kind of like you get a perfect dodge, or right at the time that you would get hit, you dodge rather, okay? You get a sharpness bar, or you reload whatever coating you already have. In the case of the melee weapons, you will get a special sharpness bar, which kind of looks like snakeskin, as well as when you hit that dodge with one of the ranged weapons, i.e. the light bowgun, the heavy bowgun, or the bow, you get an additional couple of shots that don't apply to your natural cap of coating. Meaning, my apologies, my eye is itching and my nose was itching. Meaning, you kind of get a couple extra shots per, which is really, really cool. So, let's go ahead and get into it. Today, we are rocking, at least in my opinion, probably the best possible set for bow. There is reason to suggest using something else as far as the Gormagala goes, but I really like it because it comes with Constitution. And on bow and dual blades, stamina management is huge. So, we have the Insurgent bow. This actually also happens to be the Seregios dual blades, which I will showcase in a different video because there'll be a couple tweaks. We have the Gamma Ray Dow head and chestplate. We have Gormagala Beta and Gormagala Coil Alpha. And then we have the Uthduna Wild Greaves Gamma with a Challenger Charm too and Corrupted Mantle. Shout out whoever it was in my last YouTube video that was like, hey, dummy, we can't see the legs, the charm, or the cloak, or the skills that are at the bottom. Literally slipped my mind. Never would have even thought about it. So, shout out to you. Much appreciated. We love you. We appreciate you. And I hope you stick around with the new camera angle. Now that we've gone over the armor, the weapons, and our mantle and talisman, let's go ahead and take a look at our decos. So, typically, on the Bladescale Hone, because these weapons don't have a ton of affinity, you would want something like Razor Sharp, like Handicraft, to increase your sharpness. However, thanks to how this works, at least on dual blades, you can rock all crit stuff, which is why you have it here. And like I said, that'll be a different video. Today we're focusing on the bow. The bow is going to have critical boost. Critical boost, if you've played Monster Hunter Wilds, you know is insane. And we're going to throw on an expert jewel. Now, Sniper, you're asking, or you guys are asking, Sniper, why would you rock a critical jewel? Well, these weapons naturally have high affinity. We'll get into the math in just a second. We are walking a counterattack jewel because we're going for those perfect dodges anyways. We might as well have Adrenaline Rush active to make things as easy as possible, okay? We have Physique 1, Physique 2. This is going to maximize our Constitution, which, like I said earlier, on bow and dual blades is key to good stamina management. They're super, super nice. We have Refresh 2. This is to give us... in the world... there we go. This is to give us Stamina Surge. This will cap it out, giving us plus 50% at level 3. We have the same jewels, obviously, for the Frenzy bonus and Antivirus. And we have our 2 Challenger Charms to get Agitator, which comes out to Critical Boost 5, Critical Eye, Constitution 5, Agitator 5, Latent Power 3, which is nice, and we will get into why it is good in a moment, Stamina Surge, Antivirus, Quick Sheath just happens to be there, Adrenaline Rush, Weakness Exploit, Evade Window, Maximum Might. We have the Thunderous Roar from 2-Piece Ray Dow. We have Black Eclipse, obviously from Gormagala. And then we also have Guts. Now, the reason I include a Critical Eye Jewel is this. Naturally, these weapons have 25% affinity, which means decent. It's actually better than the majority of weapons in Monster Hunter Wilds. But what if I were to tell you that you can get almost infinite crits and max out your affinity without actually having to super invest into it? So you can see here we're at 29%. If we include agitator when the monster is agitated, we go up to 15%, which would put us at a whopping 44. We're going to call it 45 for the sake of this, okay? So 45%. If latent power were to become active, which is very easy to proc, okay? These monsters do a lot of damage, especially the new ones. You get plus 30%, and you get the stamina depletion, which is even better for bow and dual blades. So now that we're up to 45%, 30% from latent power activation is going to put us at 75%. Include antivirus, which once you clear frenzy gives you 10%, plus another 10% for 20% from antivirus. You're sitting at 95% affinity, but weakness exploit. Attacks that hit weak points gain affinity plus 5%. You have max affinity without actually building into it, as long as you stack your buffs correctly. As long as you have everything active at once, you have max affinity. Well, 99%. If you're hitting non-crits every single time with 99% affinity, I can't help you. I make the builds, but I can't help you. That's a skill issue. So, now that we've gone over the armor, the weapons, the decos, and all of the math behind it, let's go ahead and get into fighting our favorite monster, Archfield. Now, we're back. The cool thing about the Seregios stuff is it doesn't rely on any element. Nothing. It just works. So you can see here, we're going to reload. You see those 3 extra shots that we have right there? That comes from the Bladescale Loading. You can see it in the bottom right, Bladescale close range coating. One thing that I really, really like about the Seregios weapons is they actually gave it close range coating. Makes things so nice, and you can see here, proc, once again. The damage isn't, like, ungodly. But when you are playing, and you are going, and you're doing everything that you are... Oh, I was pressing the wrong button the whole time. That's awkward. That's fine. When you are sitting there, doing everything, having to constantly reload, especially if you're playing with other people, can be a little difficult, because you can't control as easily what the monster is doing. In the case of this Archfield, I have over 150 kills. Like, I've got this thing pretty well downloaded, if I would say. I still get hit on occasion. We're not perfect. But you can see that I almost am not running out of close range coating. And the damage stays up. I shouldn't have reloaded right there, ironically enough, but that's fine. Also, Peek the Drip, Flame Fete. I don't even know. The armor's sick, and I'm gonna have a fashion video coming out with everything included. I wonder if they fix opportunity strikes. It doesn't look like it. And I didn't even pop my corrupted mantle. That's the best part. This damage isn't the most amazing. I won't gaslight you guys and say that it is. I kind of disagree with that, I won't lie. But you can tell I haven't fought Archfield in a while. Wow. I'm struggling a little bit. Not actually. But you guys can see just how effective it can get. Now, one caveat to it is that you aren't able to just keep stacking. You do have to use those 3 shots before you can move on to the next. But that is a minor thing, in my opinion. Because it does stay whether you have coating applied or not. You can see there, I hit it again, but I didn't get to actually keep it, and that's because I hadn't already used those shots. Anyways, back to Fashion Hunter and the event. Your boy ended up going and making a ton. I've got an anime-inspired one. I have this one, which is Ghost Rider-esque. I have one that's like a biker coming out. Like, I ended up playing so much of the event and just random quests testing out some of the changes that came out with Title Update 2 that, since I haven't been able to play, I was like, yeah, let's mess with it. And I have an egregious amount of fashion videos, or fashion outfits coming in the near future for you guys. And I hope you guys like them. I feel like they look pretty good, I won't lie. I feel like I kind of cooked. And then obviously, we have lightning, because who wouldn't want a flaming pet? Why not? Why not? Just like normal, this is just a 5-star Arkfeld. It's nothing crazy, is what happened to be in my investigation list prior to the struggles that befell me throughout the last month or so. But just like here, you can see I have Bladescale Loading. You can see 43 damage with it, comparatively to about 34. He's moving a little bit, yeah. It's not, I'm not gonna say it's an amazing damage increase, but all things considered, it is fairly sizable compared to no damage increase. And I really, really like just how the weapons perform in general. The fact that they're raw weapons and they keep up fairly well is nice. Most of these monsters don't have great elemental hit zones anyways, so it's like, is it worth it? I disagree. I would say it is. There we go. Hey, and we broke the chain blade. Duck coming in clutch with the heal. It's so easy to keep this buff going, guys. Like, I really feel like you guys gotta try it, because it is insane how easy it is to just have almost 100% uptime on this stuff, or at least on your coatings. Because you can see, like, I have the close range coating, I'm at 5. I'm not low on tracer shots at all. Let's go ahead and pop all of these. Especially so you can't leave. No! We got it. Whoop, 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 whoop. We're hunting rabbits. And we're catching Arkfelds. Overall, not too shabby. Arkfeld is definitely one of those monsters that you guys have fought him a million times. I've fought him a million times. Arkfeld is a very easy monster, but it is still a monster that a lot of people struggle with no matter what. There is still a lot of people that I know that they have issues fighting Arkfeld, and that's okay, but it's why I choose him for the showcase. It's not so hard that it's impossible, but it's also not so easy that it's like, okay, is this actually a good build? Arkfeld is a very balanced monster, and that's why we showcase him a lot on this channel. So, I hope you guys enjoyed the Seregios-exclusive bow build. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Don't forget to like, don't forget to comment, don't forget to subscribe, and I'll see all of you in the next one. Farewell.